What we're doing here today is something quite crazy, but it's all right. Now, I've been pretty well blessed with 2 crews, which are mighty, and 2 ladies, and under command of David Southwick, and we're going to have a good time. So we'll do it.
You know that chick that used to dance a lot?
Now keep that to the next table. Okay. There you go, there's your bibs.
Quickly get your way into the registration area.
I was getting a bit panicky this week. Actually, I kept walking in my dreams. I've been walking Oxfam all week. I think I've walked it about 3 times. But yeah, no, but I think we're all ready. I think we've got a good team, so should we walk in the park?
Well, Trailwalker has been running in Melbourne for 11, I think this is the 11th Trailwalker event. And it started off, its origins were actually in Hong Kong as a military exercise and morphed into, I guess, one of the first experiential fundraising events, an event where people want the experience as well as want to raise the funds. We've had up to 750 teams of 4 people coming together to walk 100 kilometres within a 48-hour time span. So a big challenge. Each team are required to raise at least $1,000, and I think this year we've got it up to over 2 million, and we're trying to push it up to 3.
Participants walk through many of our parks, and we work hard to make sure those parks are in the right condition and looking great.
Well, we're really excited that we've got the TrailRider team in this year's event. It's the first time it's ever happened in one of our Trailwalker events, and these events are held across the world, and it's terrific to see that Victoria is leading the way in actually making all of their parks accessible to people with a disability.
Thanks to David Stratton, we started to really look at what stops people from being able to access the parks in Victoria, and we realised that even if you have disabilities, as long as there's the potential to use things like the TrailRider, nothing should stop you, and our parks are open for everyone. So that's our theme, is to get people into parks and be active.
You saw the vibe at the start. I mean, it's energy, people are happy. They're really proud to be part of this.
Well, it's 100 kilometres is a long way, pushing and pulling a chair, but you could see the enthusiasm in their face and the excitement, and they certainly took off with a lot of speed, so I think they're going for it.
My name's David Stratton, and I first fell in love with the TrailRider in Vancouver in Canada in 2009, and was so excited, and Ros, my wife, took so many great photographs that we came back to Australia and went straight to the Grampians. David Roberts in the Grampians absolutely understood immediately what the potential was, and it's all history. John Kenwright went out and bought 2 straight away, which is quite an extraordinary thing, and it's just been rolling onwards and onwards.
I think it was just about the name. So I think it was just about, my friend was talking about the trail walker, and I thought trail walker, trail rider, that's a really good way to get the word out about the trail rider, and to have a whole team that was doing it would be fantastic exposure for the whole concept. Just the number of people that you would just see on the walk, let alone the amount of kind of broader possible publicity that you could get would be, totally worth it. There would just seem to be a really good sort of synergies, I guess, and Dave got really excited about it, and he contacted Parks Vic, and Parks Vic got excited about it, and they put together a team and put the call out to find a passenger or a pilot, I think they're calling Bruce, and then training started, and here we are.
I've always been a pretty physical person. I was flying helicopters in New Guinea, and we had an accident up there where we went down through the trees expecting to be dead. 2 people died on impact with myself. Another person died after that going to hospital, and 3 people walked out of it. I was the pilot. I got caught in cloud, and it was just, didn't have the instrumentation to get myself out.
When I was approached to take part in this particular style of event, pushing a wheelchair to promote access to parks, I thought, well, you know, this is the right sort of thing to do. It's actually making people aware that, hey, these parks are for everybody, and everybody should be able to experience it.
It's always something that I've wanted to do because it sounded like a pretty cool challenge and it supports such a great cause in Oxfam. So when the email came around, I kind of jumped on the chance, and the opportunity to give someone in a wheelchair that experience as well was something that made me want to do it.
If I can inspire people to aim a little bit higher, for sure, you know, and different things, but this is one vehicle that you can get out into the outside world, and it is good.
But the actual TrailRider itself, to push up the hill as it was built, and some of the inclines you've got wouldn't have been able to be done with just the one at the front and one at the back. So they've actually designed, and we've designed some of ourselves, some new harnesses.
We'll connect these up and just give me a hand here, Dave. Everyone all right with that? Yep. Okay, well let's give it a run.
We get out every 2 weeks and we go and train to see if there's any problems whatsoever, because the first day is going to be a long one. It'll be from 7 a.m. in the morning till about 11 o'clock at night.
Different people have highs and lows at different times, and it's just going to be keeping that bond and keeping it all solid. That's probably going to be our biggest challenge.
One of the things, Bruce's temperature, because he's stationary where he is, he can actually get quite cold.
Well, I don't work up a sweat like these other guys do, but I sometimes feel a bit small, that I'm just the wheel weight in the chair, but they all assure me that I'm an integral part of the weight.
For these guys to walk over the line and knowing that they are going to make a difference, not just in David's life, not just in Bruce's life, but to promote something, to get it out there, to say that people of all abilities can and should access our parks, get back out into nature, will be one of the biggest changes that this event does.
Good to see you still smiling, Ben.
We're now down at Lister Field. We've just done our first 20.5 Ks, and when we first trained, it took us from 9 o'clock in the morning till about 1 in the afternoon. Today we've rocketed through and we've knocked it over really quick, and now we're on our second leg up to Fern Tree Gully, so it's going pretty well.
Oh look, they seem to be very good spirits, very enthusiastic, and as I said, they've been jogging some of the air, especially downhill and a lot of the flat bits, and they're very keen, but my concern is I hope they just don't burn out.
Good work, Brucey. Good work.
You got a turbo charger.
Good work, mate. How you feeling?
Yeah, bit sore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just getting so much support. I was just saying to someone, I could get used to that. I can't imagine going back to normal life where no one's cheering you on.
We've got Lyrebird track coming up here, which again is going to be very interesting. It'll be all hands on, all harnessed up. So that should be a little bit of a challenge. And then there's just a few little hill snacks after that. It's all right. There's no big problem after that.
I've got the pulse rate monitor going here, mate.
Thanks, everyone. We've got the Mount Dandenong special, which is dinner for 8, spaghetti bolognese, lovely pasta, and for those who prefer a vegetarian dish, we have a vegetarian pasta version. We're missing the red wine.
Yeah.
What, you didn't bring it? Oh, we thought about it, but I thought you guys would never get up again.
Probably right.
Well, I think that we're doing marvellous at the moment. I think that we're still ahead of Sked, and we've got this hero called Gary, and he's pushing us along, and he's really doing well, mate.
Here we go, let's go team!
Did you guys catch?
Legendary, lads. You need a hand with that?
You checking here, Dave? Yeah. All right. You must be cold as man.
I am. That's all right. That's all right.
Well, we are at Mount Evelyn, 60 kilometres in. It now is 11:30. I think we can pretty much say we're absolutely finished for the night.
Enjoy it, we're over the hump. It's only 40 k's to go, no more hills, beautiful, real easy.
You going for a run in the morning?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you're coming with me, aren't you?
You'll get. You're right, you're absolutely right.
Good to go.
We're at Warburton. Now we've just come through the Aqueduct Trail and it was really beautiful up there. It was really an experience. We're down the hill here now. We've just got one more little obstacle up the back here, Little John, and then we're into the finish line. So we have the finish almost in sight.
We have Jay, give us a wave, Jay. Woo! And definitely last but not least, Tim, give us a wave, Tim. Fantastic work, guys. Fantastic work. For TrailRider and all the other teams too, if you can come up, that's absolutely fantastic. We're supporting Bruce, who's actually quadriplegic. He's actually doing the trail on a special device with the two teams helping him along the way. So Bruce is hoping his journey will inspire other disabled people to take on challenges as well. This is TrailRider Team 1, TrailRider Team 2. Let's give them a massive cheers. They come up to the line. Big cheers in the TrailRider team. Give them a cheer creating history here at Western Park, 100 kilometres. All the way! What an amazing story.
Bruce,
No worries, sir.
so nice to shake
Bloody
your
hell,
hand.
yeah,
Well
bloody
done.
hell.
Well done.
Yeah, we did it.
You're right.
Well done. Last night.
How do you feel? Excellent. We made it. I feel a bit emotional actually crossing that line, and I think I looked around and people had a tear in their eye. It was really full on stuff, but yeah, great to be at the end of it.
Did you feel safe?
I'm always safe, but you know, I'm a maniac.
Yeah, I
You know, like
You're
I don't.
adrenaline junkie.
Oh yeah, you know,
a
like
helicopter
I jump
pilot.
out aeroplanes and I fly aeroplanes and helicopters. That's my anniversary's today. That I crashed 7 years ago.
7 years ago.
At 5:30 p.m. I crashed 7 years ago.
There have been people that have come up to us that have got family members with a disability that have been asking questions, where are these chairs available, how to get access to them, and that's just huge.
I think that's what I like about this is I've done nothing. These guys have worked hard. John Kenrider's worked amazingly hard. I didn't have to do anything. And that means that the boulder that I've been pushing has gathered its own momentum and it's away.
It is tremendous. There's no two ways about it. It's mighty in the fact that you can actually get out and do something, and to come out here with these guys to pull us through and enjoy the outdoor environment, it's perfect, yeah.
There's so many things that are set up for people in wheelchairs that are kind of tame, and special tracks that are made for four-wheeled wheelchairs where you don't really get to hold. We saw a lizard in the Grampians, or on my first ever TrailRider expedition I ate blueberries off the bushes in the mountains. So it's that kind of connection which really you'd be inclined to think you'd completely say goodbye to when you end up in a chair.
We're really hoping to inspire other people with disabilities to actually
get out and get involved in these events, because that chair makes it possible. You can do so many things with that chair, and it's just waiting for people to use it for free. Just grab it and do it.